What is up, everybody? All right, welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Batters Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. Hope your Sunday is off to a magnificent start. It is Championship Sunday in the NFL. Hoping for a great day, man. First game will be Niners at Eagles. Definitely like the home team there. I think, with total respect to what? Ooh, sorry. Total respect to what was I going to say? I'm sorry. I got distracted. I was sharing the YouTube post on Twitter, and then I saw a fight video on Twitter of um, of a fight at a school. Anyway, and it totally grabbed my attention. So very sorry for that. Okay. We'll say some good mornings here. Hoping for a great day here on Championship Sunday. I really like the Eagles in the first game. I think, total respect for the Niners defense. I think they're incredible. But when Jalen Hurts has been healthy and able to run, I think that offense has been so dynamic. Obviously, the addition to A.J. Brown this year was massive for them. So I do like the Eagles at home today. I think the line on that one is 2.5. Let me check. Hey, bud. Good morning. Come on again.
This way.
Drew's here.
This way.
This way. So I do like the Eagles in the first game. Line is Philly 2.5. The second game, I'll tell you, the fact that so many people are picking Cincinnati makes me a little leery. It's still Patrick Mahomes. It's still Arrowhead, aka Burrowhead. I think the Burrowhead thing has probably clearly has annoyed the Kansas City Chiefs. And all the people have said, well, had the game with the Bills and the Bengals been played when Damar Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest, had the Bengals won that game, they would have been the 1 seed. And this game would be in Cincinnati, and maybe I wouldn't feel nearly as skittish about it. But Cincinnati has owned this series. They've won the last 3, including earlier this year. So this line has moved a bit. I think, you think a week ago Cincinnati was a 5.5 point dog at Buffalo. And now they go to Kansas City, and it's KC 1.5. It actually flipped to Cincinnati being favored earlier this week. Now it's back to Kansas City -1.5. So if you like the Bengals, you're getting 1.5. Kind of like that. Again, just like I said last week, it's more of a bet on Burrow than anything. I think sometimes in the NFL, styles make fights, and some teams are just a bad matchup. The Saints were with Sean Payton were a bad matchup against teams that ran a 3-4 and had a big physical interior nose tackle. I remember, one year they went and played the Jets, who were not very good, but they played the Jets up in New York and really struggled to move the football. I mean, sometimes that happens. Look at the Rams and the Niners. The Niners have owned the Rams in that series. Sometimes just bad matchups in the league. So maybe that's a nod to Cincinnati. Again, I like Cincinnati in the game. I like them to win the game today. I am just really leery that so many people are picking Cincinnati. It kind of makes me think, man, when the public is so heavy on one side, usually go the other way. I'll be pulling for the Bengals today, but and they are my pick, but I am super not confident at all in that right now. I really feel like we're all kind of being set up to see Kansas City come out and have a day. And the Chiefs last year in this game, if you remember, did get out to a big lead, and then the Bengals rallied. But anyway, okay. let's say some good morning, see what y'all got. LSU basketball lost yesterday to Texas Tech. Pelicans lost last night, which was so disappointing. Did watch the Pelicans game last night, and they just got punked in the second and third quarters. Tried to turn it on in the fourth quarter, but it was too big of a hole to dig out of. So 7 straight losses now, man. You really wonder, like, when is this streak gonna end? They play again tonight, second of a back-to-back, and this is on the road against Milwaukee. So, I mean, last night at home with 2 days off against Washington was your opportunity, and you just decided to sleepwalk through the game. That's really disappointing. They have got to turn this thing around. Donald Amy, Devin Kelly, Adrian Bailey, Shane O'Mac, Brooke Bordeaux, good morning. Jay Reach, time for MVP. His absence has proven it, isn't it? Randall Alfrecht, good morning. Tom Granig, what's up? It is storming outside, y'all. I mean, if you're out and about today, be careful. But all I can think of when I see this is it's going to be a busy week for HUDCO. Holy moly. Every time it rains, our phones ring. Because when you get it rains, people realize they got holes in the roof. When it rains like this, it'll be a busy week. Kelly Gross, Stephen Fry, Dale Broussard, Mark Vitanovich, Jim Arsenault, good morning. Let's see, is Kyle Shanahan the quarterback whisperer? Made Matt Ryan an MVP. Nick Mullins looked decent. Jimmy G2, now Purdy. Mark, I think it's a really good point. He certainly is... clearly is a great offensive mind in the NFL. I'd argue the best offensive mind in the NFL right now. And you're right, with respect to quarterbacks, it hasn't really mattered who he's had. He has continued to just chug along. Jim Arsenault, can Joe really do this again? Can he? Sure he can. But I'm telling you, man, I am leery. Hang on one second. One second. My apologies. Hang on one second. Okay. Sorry. I was hearing Drew's Sesame Street video at like full blast. Right. Samuel Merrifield, do you think Sean coaches next year? Kind of hurts the Saints if he goes back to Fox big time. It doesn't kind of hurt him. It's pretty devastating because Sean Payton coaching again and the Saints recouping some asset would be the best part of the Saints offseason if they were to get a first-round pick for him. At this point, I'd probably say no. It certainly seems like all the signs are pointing to Fox. And I'll tell you one thing to keep in mind, obviously, it maybe depends what happens in the first game today. So DeMeco Ryans apparently he's the 49ers defensive coordinator. He apparently is the favorite in both Houston and Denver. So you got to pick one of them. And Sean Payton's interviewed for both those jobs. So let's say, hypothetically, he takes one. Does Sean Payton become the favorite for the other? That, I think, is really your only shot. Some person, I'm taking Bengals Niners today with Cincinnati winning the Super Bowl. Both the road teams, huh? That would surprise me if both the road teams won. But see. Be kind. Good morning. Armstrong Grappling. Fried shrimp or fried oysters? I'm sorry. The question was not for you, Peanut Gallery. If you'd like to come do Ask E-Rock, you can come over here and do Ask E-Rock. Well, I'm saying fried oysters. No. Oysters.
Who eats a fried oyster?
I love fried oysters. And why do you say oyster? Chur. There's no CH. O-Y-S-T-E, oyster. T-E-R. No. You see, tomato is a vowel that makes two different sounds.
Okay.
A and I.
I thought you were doing your show, not me.
S-T is st. Like stop, not stop. When you don't come to a stop sign.
But what's a TER word that doesn't start with a T? I mean, a STER, like stop starts that way.
Samuel Smith, Matt, do you think Merrifield may play when Skeens pitches and DH is used for Merrifield since we don't need one for pitcher, or has Merrifield hit well too? So I do not believe Skeens will hit when he pitches. I think Skeens will DH when he's not pitching on the weekend. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what they do with Joe Bear, because of his, dude hit 18 homers last year, but he was a defensive liability. So, I think ultimately Gavin Guidry is going to win the second base job as the season goes along. I think early you will see a rotation with Merrifield and Dugas and Guidry and Ben Napolt. I think you could see maybe Napolt play some third if White goes to first, or DHs, But as far as an everyday lineup, I think Merrifield is going to it will be part of the rotation at second base. I do not think Merrifield's going to DH, if that's what you're asking. I think Skeens will DH on the weekend when he's not pitching. Craig Dugas, free Will Wade. Blake Canfield, good morning. Shane O'Mac. Dov Kleeman just posted on Twitter the Packers prefer to move on from Aaron Rodgers. Trade expected to have any chance making Diego after him. Okay, let's prove my point here. I'm going to go ahead and guess that this is not a Dov Kleeman report. I'm going to guess that this is Dov Kleeman citing someone else's report. The Packers prefer to move on from Aaron Rodgers. League sources tell Adam Schefter. I'm telling you, Dov Kleeman is not a real person. I'm telling you, he's not a real human. He is a content aggregator. All he does is go and look at other people's reports and then posts them, citing them. So it's per Adam Schefter. It would be a surprise if Jeff Saturday ends up landing the permanent head coaching job with the Colts, according to Tom Pelissero. Again, Kyler Murray isn't expected to be ready for the start of the season, according to Rap Sheet. Again, none of this is not. Sources say the Jets will look into acquiring Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, per at JJones9. Again, none of this is Dov Kleeman's reports. Dov Kleeman is not a real person. That is just somebody who made up a name, an avatar, and they're just a content aggregator. They just find NFL news from around Twitter and then just post it on this one place and credit it secondhand. So again, it's not a Dov Kleeman report. That's an Adam Schefter report that Dov Kleeman posted. That wasn't your question, though. Will Mickey and Dennis Allen go after Aaron Rodgers? They can, but Aaron Rodgers won't come to New Orleans. Aaron Rodgers wants to go somewhere where he can win a championship at the end of his career, and it's not going to be New Orleans, obviously. Peter Fenner, NFL Insider, reporting Joe Burrow is indeed Patrick Mahomes' daddy, per Dov Kleeman. I think you messed it up there, but I know what you mean. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Brooke Bordeaux, the superstition in me hates reading how Burrow owns the Chiefs. Yeah, Brooke, it's not a superstition thing. It is just it's a fact. Like, when the public loads up on one side, Vegas usually wins because Vegas is on the other side. You never want to be with the public. Now, that's not a 100% certainty all the time, and Vegas sometimes can be slow to react, but I'm sorry?
That place who passed last night took a picture of, do you remember the name? Can't read it,
The library?
but it's something.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's something?
Like, it's not just, it's library something.
Wine.
Provisional something.
It's not provisional. Roger Dodger, the mayonnaise kid. Good morning. Do you think Joe Bear, as a utility player, gets a starting spot? So I think they're not going to be able to keep Paxton Kling out of the lineup. Now he's got to go do it, but I think Paxton Kling is ultimately going to be your starting right fielder, and Joe Bear was a liability in the outfield last year. I don't know that he's good enough to take that spot. I think you will see Joe Bear play some in the outfield. They'll maybe just try to hide him in right field. And I think you will see him DH, but I do not believe he will be an everyday player. Y'all need to understand, Paul Skeens is the third best hitter on this team behind Dylan Cruz and Tommy White. Like, he's that good. Paul Skeens is the third best hitter on this team. When he's not pitching, he's going to be in the lineup because he's your third best hitter. I'll tell you, I think one of the biggest challenges that Jay Johnson is going to have this year is managing some veteran players who are going to see their roles dramatically reduced this year. And I think you all know who they are. But you brought in a whole bunch of really talented guys that are going to take spots, and guys that have been around the program are going to take a reduced role. And I guess my hope is that they understood that in their decision to return. And will be good teammates and play the role that they play, whatever that may be on this team. Jason Horn, morning, Drew and Matt. Love the picture of you and Drunk and y'all's matching dunks. I think that's supposed to be me and Drew, not me and Drunk, but of you and Drunk, because Drew was not drunk. But I know what you mean. Mark, what's the problem with LSU men's basketball? Lack of talent or coaching issue? It's talent. They are. They do not have shooters. I think they try hard, but they do not have a true point guard that can handle the ball. They turn it over way too much. Yesterday they had a nice defensive stop. They get a rebound, outlet pass. Trey Hannibal misses a layup. It's like, come on, man. Like, you're a major college basketball player. Make a layup. 10 turnovers yesterday. They even reduced that number, but 37% from the floor, 34% from three. 9 of 26 from three. 9 of 26. It's just a lot of empty possessions, man. Let's see. Smash that like button if you would. As always, shout out to Brock. Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic member. After hours clinic, open nights and weekends as an alternative to the ER. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. I am certain we are going to we will have quite a busy week at Hudco this week. Restored Motions. If you've got pain, book a session with Crystal Poche over at Restored Motions. And ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. Electric vehicle charges for your home, public buildings. Remember, if you're a business owner, there's grant money available right now to pay for that charger, and you can install a tap to pay option so it can generate passive revenue for you at your business. ProCharge EV. Stephen Fry, Matt, have you ever seen an LSU coach better oppressor than JJ? I can listen to the dude for hours talk baseball. Most baseball coaches are like that. Maneri was fantastic.
Who said that?
Stephen Fry. Why?
I'm not gonna listen to hours about baseball.
Erica, not a baseball fan. Eric, you're not excited baseball's coming up?
Oh, really?
Jim Arsenault, if Cincinnati wins, do you like their chances to win the Super Bowl? Depends who they play, Jim. I think matchups matter a lot. I think that 49ers defense is going to be really tough for anybody to handle. And the Eagles, I think, are going to be able to score. Either way, I think whatever matchup we get that pairs two of these four teams, the point spread is going to be inside of the field goal. Either way. It's going to be a tight line no matter which game we get. All right. Mark, bad rain today. Need Hudco roof patch. Give us a shout, Mark. Hudco's pinned right there in the comments, man. Fill out that form on the homepage, and we'll get to you ASAP. Mark Borch, good morning. Kenneth Westbrook from snowy Boise, Idaho. Okay. Mark, will the Pelicans make the playoffs this year? Yes. And I think they will not only make the playoffs, they will be in the top 6, so they will not have to go through the play-in. Quentin Breakville, what's going on? Blaine Smith, morning Matt, if Purdy plays good and beats the Eagles, do you think the Saints should inquire about Trey Lance? He said Purdy will be their starter if the 49ers go to the Super Bowl. So I disagree flatly with you, Blaine. Here's like what, and we have talked about this a little bit. So something that I've tried and hope to maybe illustrate to all of you over the years that we've done this is the importance of looking at contracts. I think so many times fans just look at players and you don't look at contracts because contracts matter. So Trey Lance was the number 3 overall pick and is still on a rookie deal. There is no point whatsoever for the 49ers to trade Trey Lance. Right now, you've got Brock Purdy on a 7th round contract and Trey Lance on a 3rd overall contract. So 2 quarterbacks on rookie deals. The guy who's the odd man out is Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo will definitely not be back in San Francisco. But for example, so Brock Purdy could be Hostetler. He could be Nick Foles. It could be a weird one-off where he stepped into a great situation on a really good team. He's managed the game well, good coach there, and it just situationally, it's worked well. But what if, I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo went to a Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and they still drafted Trey Lance, right? So maybe the league with a full off season of looking at tape catches up to Brock Purdy, and you see him really, maybe. You don't know that yet. The guy's played 6 games. So you don't know yet about Brock Purdy. You can't say there's a large enough sample size to definitively know whether or not he'll be great. So there's no sense in trading off Trey Lance. Brock Purdy is basically free. His cap hit this year is $724K. Next year, his cap hit is $889K. Brock Purdy is basically free. He is free to your team for 4 years. There is no point at all in getting rid of Trey Lance as a safety net because it costs you nothing to have both of them. So the guy that's the odd man out is Garoppolo. So the Niners are not getting rid of either Lance or Purdy. They'd be stupid to do so. The guy that might be available again is Garoppolo. If you're the Saints and you're interested, that could be the path you take.
Did you get Garoppolo?
Good.
What happened to him? And why is Purdy playing instead of him?
He's hurt.
Okay, all the girls love Garoppolo.
Okay. Neat.
If he came to the Saints, that would be really good.
Okay. Kelly Presley, good morning. LSU basketball yesterday was dreadful, sloppy play. It's kind of been how they've been all year, Kelly, unfortunately. They're just not very good. Let's see. Blaine Smith, I'd give CJ a week off. Been trying to carry the Pelicans for the last month. He needs the All-Star break for sure. It's coming. Huh. Stephen Fry said, hey, E-Rock, mind your business over there, LOL. He said LOL. Oh, you hurt her feelings, bro. She just got,
Yeah,
I think,
I'm so sorry for him that he thinks that's interesting.
I think she's going to cry.
I'm not crying.
I think so.
Matt.
Okay. YouTube, smash that like button. I mean, do you want to come over here and do Ask E-Rock?
Well, I mean, I have a lot. Yeah, I was going to take a bath, but then I need to put all these syringes together so I can get you help.
All right. If y'all have Ask E-Rock questions, drop them in.
I'm going to do this before I was like,
If y'all have Ask E-Rock questions, drop them in. She will grace us with her presence on this.
is trivia here?
He is. What happened, E-Rock? I didn't get my annual Drew Party souvenir.
It's coming.
No, it ain't. It's still sitting on the cabinet in the pantry. And I've almost eaten it 1,000
I
times.
know. I was hoping
Trivia, you are lucky that's still sitting there. It's a freaking Hershey bar wrapped in a Drew wrapper that has stared at me now for 6 months, 7. Can't believe the discipline not to eat that Hershey bar. Some person, if the Bengals-Bills Week 17 game was played with Cincinnati winning, Kansas City would be 14-3, Cincinnati 3rd. I know, I said that. So this game would be in Cincinnati. Said that earlier. Brad David, did you like living in Houston? I could imagine how hard it was to do your job while Drew was in the hospital. So I liked Houston. The reason we were there obviously was not ideal, but we were there for 6 weeks before Drew was born. And so we did a lot just to try to keep our mind off of the reason we were there. So we did a lot around town. We went to Topgolf. We went out to eat. We went to just did a lot of stuff around Houston. So yeah, I did like Houston. And doing my show was actually it was good for me because it made me take my mind off of just being in the hospital every day. Joey Metke, Wendell Norman, Raymond. I bet Cincinnati and DraftKings futures to win the AFC. Here's hope my bet hits today. Placed it a few weeks ago. Okay, at what odds? LSU Sports Fanatic. What's your game day eats? I don't really have game day eats that are like set. Late in this NFL season, I started DoorDash and Pluckers. I did it, I don't know, 3 or 4 times toward the end of the year. And Erica's like, she doesn't like chicken wings. Anything with a bang. I don't want anything with a bang.
It's just like sloppy eating. I don't like sloppy eating.
Roger Dodger, the Mayonnaise Kid. Are we going to get some ASCII Rock? Okay, here we go. Jesse Post, Jay Reed, does Brady Neal start opening weekend or Milazzo? Yes, I would have told you Brady Neal before Friday, but the fact that
Sorry, I'm getting set up. I know, I was going to make you mad. I knew that was going to make you mad.
So why'd you do it?
Because I did it for quick, to make you less mad.
So Jay mentioned Milazzo first among the catchers, and Milazzo's going to play, but I think the way they're going to handle it, if you go back and listen to what Jay said, he even mentioned when he talked about the catchers, like, defensive replacement with lead. I think that's going to be Milazzo. I think Neal is going to be your starter, and I think when they get up 6 runs, Milazzo will be inserted as a defensive replacement. I think that's what they do all year. Let's see. Smoking a pancake?
Joey B's wearing a Care Bear shirt
Oh,
today.
that's so cute. Peter
Well, it's
Fenner,
not Care Bear.
you're a bit of a grammar stickler. Why don't you create Muso when he mispronounces short-lived? What did he say? He mispronounced short-lived? What did he say? I'm not familiar. Kyle Milliken, good morning. Opinion on what will be this Bengals salary cap. Do you think their success from a cap standpoint is sustainable? When they have to pay Joe and Jamar. Listen, Kyle, here's the difference. It's sustainable if Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the league, right? Like, because that's your differentiator. You have the best quarterback in the league. So he's worth the money. The problem is when you have money tied up in players that don't produce. That's the problem. Robert Landry, any truth to the story of Denver owner being on a hunting trip, and that is what holding up second interviews? I think that's true. That was reported by, I think, Schefter and those guys. Strong side. Good morning, Scone family. Any takes from LSU baseball scrimmage yesterday? Was not at the baseball scrimmage yesterday. Sorry, man. Devin Kelly, wait a second. You're saying Dugas won't be your everyday second baseman for real, bro? 100%, Devin. Like, Gavin Dugas is not going to be your everyday second baseman. He will be part of the rotation early in the season. And I think ultimately you will see Gavin Guidry win that job.
What about Cruz?
He's your starting center fielder. And
Good. I like him.
Yeah.
I love him.
Well, he's the best player in college baseball.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I like
He's
him
probably
more.
going to be the first pick of the draft. Him or Paul Skeens. Trivia Carter, what's going on? So you can't tweet you live anymore? What does that mean?
Trivia, you forgot to say good morning to me.
I did, Trivia. I tweeted that. I tweeted the link. I did tweet the link. I think I tweeted the link. Did I not tweet the link? I used to do it every day. Did I not do it this morning? Yeah, it's there. I tweeted 28 minutes ago, Trivia.
He might need to refresh his feed.
Maybe so. Spurge, what's up? Hughes Bowden, ask Matt. My brother-in-law has LSU baseball regular season win set at 46.5. I want to take the over with him in a bet. Thoughts?
These one just suck.
So it'd be like 47-9, huh? Ooh. Well, the first 20 games of the season, they're not going to be challenged, except for the weekend they go to Texas. That's it. So really, could you see them at like 24-6 in the league? Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of wins, so it's a really tough bet. But they're talented enough to do it, Hughes. They are.
I'm going to do one more pour over.
Okay, do it quick. Go. Okay. All right. Here we go. Ask E-Rock. Take an hour off the games. Does it move the needle?
Yes. Cut out some innings. Go to 7, maybe even 6. The fact that you got to add in a stretch to baseball is the dead giveaway. It's too long. There's no stretching in any other sport. We don't stretch football. We don't stretch in basketball. We don't stretch in any other sport. So the fact that we know we have to include a stretch means it's too long. Go to 6.
I mean,
What? There's nothing to say. There's no rebuttal. There's no rebut. No butting.
so the stretch isn't any longer than any other half inning. It's just the time when people play that traditional song, and
That's silly. We don't need a stretch.
but it's no different than any other middle inning.
What do you mean middle inning?
Like in between the innings, as the teams change feel, like, right? The 7th inning stretch isn't, the middle of the 7th isn't any longer than the middle of any other inning.
But then why do we do it?
What do you mean, why do we do it? Why do we sing the song?
Why do we have a stretch?
Traditionally, that's just when they play Take Me Out to the Ball Game in the middle of the 7th, so they call it the 7th inning stretch. But it's like, it's no different. It's not longer than the middle of the 1st or the middle of the 2nd or the middle of the 3rd or the middle of the 4th. The team just switch
I thought it was
sides.
extra time.
No, it's not extra time.
Well, it's still silly.
They just play the song.
Only at LSU?
No, every baseball field in the world.
As a stretch?
Yes, 7th inning stretch.
It's silly. It's so silly.
Okay.
That's so dumb.
Mark asks E-Rock, has Matt Moscona kept his New Year's resolution?
What was it?
I don't really do a New Year's resolution.
I don't even know.
Kelly Presley
No.
asks E-Rock, can I get your lemon cookie recipe?
Oh, yes, didn't I send it already?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's typed up somewhere. I gotta
And
find it.
Cliff wants lemon cookies. You owe him some lemon cookies.
I do.
He made Team Drew shoes.
I'm gonna get them. They're just a lot to make. It's a lot of
It
grinding.
is. It's a lot. A lot of love. Blaine
And,
Smith asks E-Rock, what's your favorite food for the
like,
Super Bowl?
Let's be honest. I've been sick and down and out. So like this is the first weekend I've done stuff and not been in bed since like Christmas. So I'm coming.
Ask E-Rock, what's your
What?
favorite food for the Super Bowl?
Oh, well, I mean, probably like my dad's gumbo or my dad's etouffee, like something like that. I don't want any.
Erica,
like,
what's your favorite
dogs.
food any day of the week?
My dad's food.
Oh, shocker.
I don't want like any hot dogs or any like the little weenie things they wrap in the little
Pigs in a blanket.
yes, don't want that. I don't want chili dogs or like
Who eats chili dogs? What are you talking about?
what, I don't know.
The most
Football
famous food for the Super Bowl is
What?
pizza and wings.
Oh, okay.
That's what people eat for the
Oh.
Super Bowl. Pizza and wings.
Everybody knows that.
Yes. What are you talking about?
I thought people just
Chili
like dogs.
dogs? What are you talking about?
I
Who
don't
the hell
know.
eats a chili dog for the Super Bowl? What
I don't know. I don't know.
are you talking about?
I don't know what Super Bowl food is.
Clearly.
I like pizza, but I like certain pizzas. I don't want like any just average pizza.
Jim
I do
Arson.
not. Hold on. I do not want wings ever.
Okay, you've answered the question. We know. Jim Arsenault, what is your beer of choice?
None.
Well, he's not asking you. He said, Matt, what is your beer of
Well,
choice?
let's ask you, Rob.
What do you think my beer of choice is?
Ooh. Anything from Flying Tigers.
Flying Tiger's good, yeah.
Yeah. Or the Rally Caps.
Rally
Love
Cap
some
is
Rally
good.
Caps. Those are very cute.
It's very cute. Erica buys me beer based on how cute the can is.
They're Jungle Juicy in there right now.
Jungle Juicy?
What's in there right now? The Juicy's Jungle Juicy? It's purple and pink.
Oh, no, that's Juicifer.
Juicifer. You like Juicifer?
So what I like are really hoppy IPAs. I've kind of become
Remember when we first started dating and I had that list in my phone, Matt's favorite things, and there was a certain beer I put in there that you liked, but it was like, you got it at BJ's on time.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like not a beer, anyway.
Yeah.
I was so wrong about it.
Yeah.
What did I put? Do you remember?
Well, whatever their beer was, but it was one of their craft beers and you can only get at that
Yeah,
restaurant.
I couldn't go buy it at the store.
And you kept going to stores asking for it, and it was
Yeah.
like, no, it
Okay.
didn't exist. It was
Yeah, okay.
Mark asks Rock if she knows off the top of your head your number one all-time favorite sports athlete, past or present.
MJ.
No.
No. Who is it?
I don't
You
know.
don't have one. That's why.
So, I would say from my childhood, I would give you two. I would say Dalton Hilliard from the Saints,
I never even heard of him.
and Ryan Sandberg from the Cubs.
Okay, you can't have your two favorite people can't be people no one knows. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
No.
I love
Joe
Ryan
Burrow?
Sandberg. Ryan Sandberg with flip shades, wore number 23,
He looks
second
like
base
a
for the
Saturday Night
Cubs.
Live
He was awesome.
actor.
That's Andy Samberg. This is Ryan Sandberg. Mark, ask you Rock, what's the hardest part of being married to a local celebrity?
Oh, last night I was trying to walk to the car, and Drew was ready to go, and somebody couldn't stop talking, and I was trying to tell you about a shortcut, and you wouldn't answer your phone. And that was funny because you stopped to talk to those people, and I kept going. My mom was like, "Oh, did he want to introduce you?" I'm like, "No, he doesn't want to introduce me to people. I mean, you don't not to be ugly.
Yeah, dude.
No, you wanted me to stop and talk to that guy. No, you didn't.
The guy who stopped me at the table,
Shh,
you
don't-
knew.
Yeah, don't say that name. Don't. Now we're giving it away.
What is wrong with you?
I thought.
You could never do my job.
Oh my God,
the-
I would be so good at
The
your
whatever
job.
comes up has to come out is a problem. It's a problem. Okay, anyway, Larry, let me finish. The
I'll be good
people.
at your job.
So when I went to the restroom, I really had to go pee, and I was stopped by about 4 people outside the restroom to talk, and I was trying to be polite, talk to them, but I really had to go pee. But I would have introduced you to them because one of them is one of our neighbors who lives in the neighborhood. I was going to introduce you to them, he and his wife.
I was at the table.
I know, but you sat down, never want to introduce you to people. I did want to introduce you to them.
Because you're being mean. No, don't take. I don't want people to take it the wrong way. It's not that you don't you're embarrassed of me or ashamed of me. You just that's not why. Usually you're trying to end conversation. You're trying to just get going. And so last night my mom was like, "Oh, did he want to introduce you?" I'm like, "No." Then it makes the conversation longer. We're trying to get out of here.
Okay, let's move on.
So, but what did he ask? The hardest part about being married to a local celebrity? You know what it is.
The
Whenever people are
the other
mean.
thing I know is when you need how to keep
Okay,
a conversation
I
flowing.
haven't answered the question. You know what it is? When people are
So I've
mean.
just done 1,700 of these
when
episodes.
people are mean to you.
Oh, okay.
That's a sweet thing. I don't
That
like when people are ugly about you.
Okay. Well, you'd have been mad yesterday. Some guy came into the YouTube chat and was like, everybody drop a thumbs down. That's the worst part of sports radio.
Oh my God.
That's a statement.
Okay, all right.
I was like, bro, you came into the wrong spot.
Next.
All right, ask E-Rock from my old lady, who is your celebrity crush?
Oh, Joe Burrow.
Oh, really?
Love him.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot, actually.
Okay.
Definitely love him. I don't like movie stars. I like athletes. Movie stars are too bougie and too, but athletes are
Bougie?
real.
Bougie?
Garoppolo is really hot too, man. I hope he does come to the Saints.
Okay.
Way better looking than that redhead we got right now. What's Big Red's name?
Andy Dalton.
Okay, well, I'd much rather look at Garoppolo than Big Red.
Oh, man.
No offense, I'm sure Andy Dalton's a nice guy.
He is. He's a really
I'm sure
wonderful
he's
guy.
super nice. I'm
He's
sure he's a
terrible
great
at
dad, a
Yeah.
good husband, a great
All right.
son.
Okay, Michael Richard, Blaine Smith. Any good advice on bets for today's games? Yeah, so Blaine, the professional plays were Bengals on the money line. That's what Paul Nolan gave, and under in the first game. Ask Rock, who loves their in-laws more, you or Matt?
Me. What?
We
Okay.
spend so much time with your family.
Well, that's because my family always gets together.
When was the last time you just went and just said hi to my family?
I texted your mom like 2 days ago, checking on your grandmother. Thank you.
Yeah, like a week later. What?
Don't start this.
Okay. Oh,
lose.
Mark, see what you did? I'll lose?
Yeah.
Okay. Stephen Fry, who the hell makes chili dogs and pigs in a blanket for the
Well,
Super Bowl?
I don't know. I feel like that's Super Bowl food. What about Frito pies? They don't make Frito pies for the Super Bowl? No?
I don't even know what Frito pie is.
So you get the Frito bag of chips and then you pour the chili in it?
Let's see. Dane Bergeron, good morning. Barry Joslin, any thoughts on first call cash strength? I don't know if I've had that. Raining Cats and Dogs in the 337. Call Hutco.
Thought this was Ask E-Rock.
I'm back over to YouTube now, and we're getting to the Ask E-Rock questions. Some person asked E-Rock, who wins the Super Bowl? Jay Barrett.
Oh, Bengals going to win it all.
Bengals and Jay Barrett. Jason
He is
Mobile.
Did you see his thing that said, better send the refunds?
I did.
That was really good.
Ask E-Rock. Not a question, but glad you're feeling better. Happy New Year.
Hey, Jason. Very good. Thank you. Glad you're doing well, too.
Zachary Snyder, good morning. Did you talk about your dinner with Coach? If so, which day? So I can go back and listen. I didn't. Well, I think I just mentioned we had a great time. Thursday night, went to Mansur's, dinner with Paul Maneri. Had a great time. Coach's recall is pretty awesome. Seth mentioned that, his ability to recall names, stories, situations, pitch counts. It's incredible. Just sequences in games. He's a great storyteller. We had a great time. Really great time. Let's see. When my little brother was born, he stayed at Texas Children's for a month. Houston is a great city with the best doctors in the world. Team Drew all the way. Thank you so much, Dalton. Appreciate that. Trivia ask you, Rock, when will you start a TikTok with your lemon cookie recipe?
Oh, trivia. Well, see, the thing about me is I don't like being on camera. So if I do a TikTok, it's going to be like no me, just stuff. So probably not ever, honestly. To be honest, never. I do have a TikTok, but I just watch people and laugh at them. So my recipe, though, I can send that out. It's a lot of work. People, you gotta like juice the lemons. You gotta like shave the lemon rind off the lemon itself. You cut your knuckles when you do that. So it's a lot of work.
You cut your knuckles. Ask E-Rock, of the 3 big LSU arenas, which is your favorite? That's from Tom Granny.
I mean Tiger Stadium hands down. I mean Tiger Stadium's my favorite. Next would be the baseball field.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't care for the baseball game itself, but I care for the field. The basketball gym is pretty stale. I feel like it's like very like musky, maybe. Like we need some windows, some type of
Windows.
Yeah, it's too dark in there. It's like real like musky feeling. I think we need to update.
Have you ever been in any other basketball arena in the world? They don't really have windows.
Arkansas Razorbacks, yeah.
They don't really have windows.
Well, ours feels very musky and very like just like old mama, papa, like living room, you know?
Okay. Dalton Barnett, ask E-Rock, who starts at Ole Miss?
Well, let's talk about the Lane Train.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I just love the Lane Train. He did a great little TikTok with Landry Kiffin, his daughter, yesterday. And he always dances, and he'll get with Landry and her friends, and he's like dead serious trying to do their little TikTok dances. So Landry Kiffin's a good follow on TikTok if you want to see Lane Train doing some dances.
Trivia Carter, ask E-Rock, when did Cliff Nelson eclipse me?
Well, trivia, Cliff Nelson made some Team Drew kicks, so that kind of like one-upped you there, buddy.
Dalton Burnett, speaking of grammar, there's an E at the end of hurricane, Matt. So I know how to spell hurricane.
No, we don't say the word that way.
I know how to spell hurricane.
It's hurricane.
I know how to spell hurricane.
That's so aggravating.
There is actually a town in West Virginia called Hurricane, West Virginia. That's how they spell it, and they pronounce it hurricane.
I need to get some more syringes up.
Okay. Short-lived is pronounced like Saturday Night Live. What? Are you saying it's short-lived? No. No, friend. No, friend. If that's what you're saying. Ask E-Rock. Well, she's gone. Well, we wait on E-Rock to come back.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone and Terrio.
All you need is Hardco.
Call Hardco Roofing.
364.
1007.
I'm gonna move this 40. It's in the way.
Erica just said we need to get some new syringes. You might want to like add some context there because people would be like,
Well,
syringes of
Drew-
medicine for Drew.
Drew takes like 30-something syringes of medicine a day.
They
And they're like certain kind you got to order because of his feeding tube that just got changed out. And so it's a pain because the numbers
I know they rub off.
rub off. And they get all over your hands. And it's so
It's
aggravating.
already, see, like, I don't know if you
But you know
actually see
what?
that.
They say they're good for 30 days. Well, we obviously,
Yeah,
we'd
we
be
use
spending
more.
$1 million in syringes, so we use them more than 30 days. So I guess that's why, but it's just like so aggravating. Anyway, and all the stoppers are coming off. They're just time to get new ones.
Trivia Carter asks you, like, best thing about baseball season?
Is that they have hot guys.
Spurge asks E-Rock, where do Mardi Gras decorations rank in your favorite holiday?
None. Zero. Zilch. Zero. I have
Right.
zero Mardi Gras decorations. up.
Anti-Mardi Gras.
I'm not anti Mardi Gras. I just don't decorate for it because I love hearts and Valentines and love and X's and O's, and Mardi Gras is too close to Valentine's Day to me. So I always choose to go straight from Christmas to Valentine's. And after that, we decorate for Easter, and after that, we don't decorate again until October. I don't even put my fall stuff up till October.
Oh, that's because you spend 4 months decorating the house for Drew's birthday party.
Speaking of taking
Ask E-Rock.
ideas, taking ideas for Drew's 9th party because I blew it out the park last year with the carnival party was the best party in the history of parties I've ever thrown and anyone's ever attended. So I really set that bar high. So now I'm very, very nervous and insecure about what I'm going to come through with for birthday party number 9. So please start sending suggestions. Don't get offended if I shoot them down. I probably will because I'm very picky. And I want a theme that's going to take over the home and the yard. Like, I don't want a theme that's just like got a few things. I need a theme that's going to like transform our house into that you feel like you're at that place when you walk in and when you go outside. So anything simple, I'm going to X out. But anything.
What if we do a Hudco party?
No.
Let's do a Hudco hat party.
No. Anything simple, I'm
Drew
probably
can be a
gonna-
Hudco employee.
I'm gonna X out, but I want something that like you walk in this door and you forget you're at our house and you feel like you've just entered blank. Such as last year was the carnival. The year before was the
Yeah.
Lucky 7 Casino. The year before that was the trucks. So I just need something like that. Anybody start sending suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it.
Trivia Carter asks E-Rock, thoughts on LSU gymnastics, rough start to the season.
Yeah, it has been a rough start. I thought we were really good this year, so I don't know. But I love gymnastics. I mean, again, I have so much respect for that sport. My sisters, my nieces. I mean, it's a mental sport just as well as a physical sport.
Ooh.
What?
Shane O'Mac, good point.
What?
There is a stretch in baseball, but no halftime.
Well, then put the little stretch halfway through the game, which would be after 4.5 innings.
Halftime's 15
Check
minutes.
out those
They just
math
chill out
skills.
for 15 minutes.
Check out those math skills there.
Let's see. Ask E-Rock, best no movies you've watched? New movies you've watched.
Well, I am so bad at movies. I put it on, I go to bed. However, if there's no movie on, I don't go to bed. So it's weird. So they just put me straight to sleep. So we haven't seen a movie. I mean, we watched Christmas movies. Like, I don't know the last time Matt and I have watched a real movie. I watch Hallmark movies like around the clock during Christmas.
We watched a movie. We watched during Christmas.
Oh,
we
it's
watched.
terrible. That one where they all got like messed up and went to that underground Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
That's who's that guy? Seth Rogen. I thought he was Granafganus. And you remember
Zach who?
Granafganus? Remember, I thought it was him, and so I was so upset.
Alan from The Hangover.
Yeah,
What's his name again?
Zach Granafganus.
Got it. You nailed it.
So I thought that's what we were watching.
You
We
nailed
watched
it.
the stoner guy.
Trivia Carter, ask you, Rock, tell us your best joke.
I don't know any actually.
Stetson Bennett arrested in Dallas. Public intoxication. Color me stunned. The gigantic a-hole proves to be a gigantic a-hole yet again.
Oh, is he an a-hole?
It's a gigantic a-hole.
I didn't know that about him. What makes him a gigantic a-hole?
Have you ever watched him, seen him do anything?
Oh, I mean, I watched his post-game interviews. I didn't know he was an a-hole. Seriously, I'm being serious. I didn't know he was
Gigantic loser.
a-hole
Screw it.
status. Really? Okay.
Let's see. Richard Horner, who do you like, 49ers, Eagles? I like the Eagles at home to win.
What makes you get arrested for public intoxication? I feel like a lot of people are drunk in public. So that's what I don't understand. Like, I feel like that's a very, like, seriously, like, is it because you pee-pee on the ground?
That would be like a decent exposure.
Okay, so then what was public?
Officers responded to calls about a man banging on doors and counted Bennett, although it's not clear if he was the one doing the banging. Officers determined he was intoxicated and was taken to the city detention center.
So banging on someone's door in the middle of the night, if you're drunk, could have got you arrested. Good.
If the police had shown up at your condo in circa 2008 with
Don't
a
say a
certain person banging on
Don't
the door.
say a name.
Ah, well.
No, don't say a name. That's not
Erica's
nice.
neighbor was banging on her
Sorry.
door in the middle of the night. I ain't gonna say a name.
Okay.
Thought he was at his house, was
But I-
banging on Erica's door.
I thought he was trying to murder me. That was before we started dating. So I called my dad, and he came over, and there was the guy still banging on my door, but I couldn't see out my window. And so my dad was like, "Hey, bub, you got the wrong place." And then he went to his house. But that was a close call.
Ask Rock who wins the Super Bowl.
Who wins? Joe Burrow. Not the Bengals, Joe Burrow. And did you hear him and Jamar Chase? They're like PB&J, bread and butter. I love their little relationship. It's so sweet. It's like a true boy bestie relationship, and that's why I love it.
Ask Rock what LSU or former LSU person has the best smelling home.
We don't go to people's, we don't go to athlete homes. My home smells freaking good. However, now that I'm not allowed to burn candles, my home has lost its status of the amazingness, so
And don't burn down my house.
I had to resort to other things such as wax melts and things like that.
Trivia Carter, ask Rock. If you get $1 million every time you press a button,
Ooh.
but when
Yes.
you do, a dolphin dies.
Oh.
How many times do you press it?
Ooh. 1 million.
You'd kill 1 million dolphins.
No, I'm guessing that's my payout is 1 million. How much money would I need to never work again? You never work again.
I was going to say, you don't have to work anymore right now.
Drew have everything he ever needs, and I get to shop at 24 hours a day. How many millions would I need? I could buy anything. I could just buy anything I wanted anytime I thought about it.
That's your life right now.
Matt, no, it's no. You want to make that my life? I'll go ahead and do it. Because there's a lot of things in my cart on Amazon. My Amazon cart's got like $2,000 worth of stuff in it, but I haven't bought it yet. It just sits in my cart. I just stare at it. I stare at it. You tell me to press, I press add to cart. You tell me to press buy, purchase, confirm. I can confirm right now.
You gonna quit working?
No.
Then no.
So if I quit working, I can buy anything I want. But if I work, I can't. That is the most backwards
Well,
thing
you
I've ever heard.
make your own money.
Yeah, right. I don't. Catholic school employees, we do it for service.
Let's
love.
see.
4 dolphins trivia. 4.
4 dolphins.
You think 4 million would cover me?
You would blow through $4 million in 2 days.
Okay.
You have no concept of
$8.
how to manage money.
8
I
dolphins.
love you, but that's not your strength. Carmel can ask you. Ooh, man, hang on, sorry. I just scrolled down. Ask Rock. Does Rock know that Big Red used to be the quarterback for the Bengals, and they got rid of him and drafted Joe Burrow?
Yeah, because
They did?
Big word. I don't want to say anything mean about the guy because I don't like when people do that to you. I mean, I'm glad that we have Burrow. I'm glad that there's Burrow for the Bengals. It just goes together.
For those who just joined us, thank you for being here. Please smash the like button. We're doing Ask Rock. If you're new to the show, this is my wife Erica, who does not ever come on camera. But
Look at me, Matt.
look at me.
You're a boy. You can wake up and put on a hat and be fine. I'm a girl. That don't work like that for us.
and people just ask Erica questions. Okay. The seventh inning, Dane Bergeron. Seventh inning stretch began when a U.S. president, Howard Taft, went to a Pittsburgh Pirates game and stood up and stretched in the seventh inning. Okay.
Well, how old was that guy? How long ago was that?
President Taft was early 1900s.
Oh, yeah, president named Taft.
Howard Taft.
I never heard of him.
President Taft. Yeah.
No,
He
no.
was the big fat president.
I really never heard of him.
Is he the one that got stuck in the bathtub?
Aww.
27th president, 1909 to 1913.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known
Let's
him. He's too old. Nobody knows
see.
who
I think
Taft
it
is.
It was. Yeah, it was Taft that got stuck in the bathtub.
What happened?
He got stuck in the bathtub in the White House.
Was it like a little tub?
Big fat guy.
Was it a little tub? How'd they get him out?
I don't know, Eric. I wasn't there. Mark Vitano said 10 Dolphins. Oh, Scott Flowers. Does E-Rock dig the dunks?
I love all of Matt's shoes. I love all of Drew's shoes. You know what I like most about Matt's shoes? Is that now I can request things. And he was like, oh, sure, babe. So like I've put in several requests for shoes. Now I haven't gotten any. Got 0 pair out of the deal. Matt's only got 25. I have 0. So we're not keeping track. But I do like that Matt's
You could
excited
buy
about something.
shoes with the money you make as you
No,
work.
I don't make any money, Matt. But I do like that you're excited about something other than whiskey. Because whenever you show me, like you don't ever show me whiskeys, but like you'll show me shoes on your phone and be like, what do you think about these? And it like makes me feel like I have, something in common with you now. We shop together. We would both enjoy shopping.
Finally, we have something in common.
After 15 years of being together, we finally can have something in common.
Ask E-Rock, Stephen Fry, did Matt get you a pair of dunks since the new sneakers?
Well. You see, Matt had this alert set on his phone, and somehow Drew and Matt got the matching dunks, and I didn't. I think he's
Thank
joking with me, and he really secretly has them.
I
And
did
is
not have
telling me
dunks.
he doesn't have them. He's gonna surprise me with them one
It was
day.
a drop on the Nike app. I was ready at 9 a.m. last Thursday, and I called her to ask her at like 8:56 what was Drew's size, because I was going to go boom, boom, boom quick. And I got mine first, then I got Drew's, and I was like, you sure you don't want a pair? She goes, okay, I get them. Because she didn't like them. She didn't like the Panda Dunks, right?
I don't like the colors of
You
them.
just liked the idea of matching
I
us.
want to match because I never get to match Drew because I'm a girl. And I buy all matchy stuff all the time.
Trivia Carter said, E-Rock, you can make a TikTok with your hands. You can, doing the cookies.
Yeah.
He's right.
Maybe. But no, actually, no, I'm just saying that. I'm just saying maybe. I don't really mean it. Because I'm a pleaser. So I'm saying maybe to please you, but I know I'm not going to do it.
Okay. Brad David asks E-Rock, what's your biggest pet peeve?
What bothers me? Snoring. People who snore.
I did not wear my tape last night. My hostage tape.
Well, I told you, I woke up at 4, heard you loudly.
I did not wear it last night.
Well, we're going to need
I
to
almost
get...
threw up 2 nights ago because of my reflux. And I
We're
was like,
going to
I'm
need
not
to
wearing
get you
that
on some
again.
medicine. So, my biggest pet peeve...
I've realized at 40 that I'm think I have reflux now. Like it's
Okay, you know what my biggest pet peeve is?
scary.
Is whenever people are like mean for no reason.
Merrick Mathern asks E-Rock, who's your favorite, Cliff Nelson or Trivia Carter?
Oh, we don't play favorites in this house.
Yeah, we do.
No, I don't answer those questions.
Trivia said Drew is on cloud 9. Boom.
Okay, trivia, thank you. I thought that is the leading one. And so, but if we do that, again, when I go into the themes, it would have to be like outer space, right? He's
That's what people have to remember. It's got to be something to do with the letter 9 that can be themed,
Like
right? So here you go.
the whole
Wheel of,
home.
so Jonathan Simmons says a Wheel of Fortune set party, a game show party, Yellowstone birthday party, Cowboys and Aliens.
See, I was thinking if we did Wheel of Fortune, I could do that whole backdrop, and that's going to be a lot of...
A lot of Wheel of Fortune
That's
votes.
going to be a lot of money, man. I'm just giving you a heads up right now. The Wheel of Fortune party is going to cost you.
What's a good thing that you work, Erica?
No.
It's a good thing you work.
No, my
Good
work
job.
is just for service, Matt. I was thinking about...
Craig Dugas, I got arrested on Bourbon Street for public
Well,
intoxication.
okay, well, Craig, what is that? Tell me. I'm very curious. I want to know what public intoxication is. Is it cursing at others? Like you cursed out somebody? Like what is it? Because I feel like it's like the pottying in public, but that's indecent exposure. Or like
You could probably get public intoxication.
So what did you get, Craig? Can you share?
Craig Dugas asked E-Rock Free Will Wade.
I love that guy.
She loved the general.
And his house is still for sale.
She loved it. You want to go buy it?
No.
Ask E-Rock, what do you think of Matt's new edition, Jason Mobile, of Matt's new edition with sneakers?
Well, Jason, I just answered that I do love it because we finally have something in common after 15 years of being together. How many years have we been together?
Huh?
How many years have we been together?
It's 2009.
Look at you. Aw. What's 23 minus 9? I need a calculator on.
Are you really getting a calculator?
Yeah, I am, because I don't want to say the wrong answer. 2023 minus 2009. We've been together 14 years. I was close. Good. Okay. Yes, I love
It will be 14 years in August.
Look at you.
We just celebrated our 11th wedding anniversary.
Well, I knew that, but I don't
And
know.
it feels just like a blink.
Very long blink. A blink is
A long blink.
Asleep, you mean? Like when you go to sleep?
that's funny.
Matt.
Ask E-Rock, you've never had to do the president song?
I don't even know the state song. I know Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. That's all I know.
Murder Giraffe, her favorite is obviously me.
Except
Oh, God.
your name is got to go, dude.
Strong side, I have acid reflux bad. Actually going to the doctor next week for higher doses of Prilosec. What
Yeah.
causes that?
Your esophagus.
Will Drew's party have a Ferris wheel?
Well, try last year. Trivia even sent me some links. You know, I'm kind of playing with the Wheel of Fortune. I'm playing with, I just don't think people are going to get into that as much as if we did like a Cloud9. Can I do outer space with Cloud9? I was thinking we could have like planets and Jupiters and like we transform this whole place into like a galaxy.
Cloud9 is when you're happy. That's what that means. When you're on Cloud9, you're happy.
So there'd be a lot of hanging clouds from the ceilings. But then that's not a theme.
I know. Man.
Yeah, trivia. What about in like? We could do like 9 lives, have a bunch of cats everywhere, but that's silly. No, not real cats. No.
And that's also not a good. Well, actually, it is actually kind of appropriate.
It is for him because he's out. He does have. But I don't want him to. But then it's like after 9 lives, like he's gonna be. Then he's got 10, and like, does that mean it's over? What? Do they have a good idea?
Genia Hudnall.
Genia, what you got, Genia? I'm excited. Matt looks super excited. I can't wait. What is it?
A Joe Burrow party. Joe is number 9.
Oh.
What if we did
Breeze
like
and Burrow.
Breeze, Burrow, like famous number 9s?
Jerry, what's her name? Geneva? Jesus? What's her name?
Genia.
Jania. Now, the problem is
We
pick
missed our
6.
godchild's birthday yesterday. We need to send him a video.
Okay. We did a pick 6.
With terrible godparents.
We did a pick 6 yesterday. We did a pick 6 before.
But it could become your favorite number 9 jersey. People wear Burrow jerseys, Breeze jerseys, Doug Thompson jerseys.
No. We're sticking to Breeze and Burrow only. Sorry, Doug Thompson. Sorry. Wait a minute.
What about early Doucette?
No, I'm doing Burrow and Breeze, period. Like, that's it. But my question is, I did pick 6.
Ty Floyd?
No, okay, seriously, I did pick 6 like 2 years for his 6th birthday. So that was only 3, that'll just be 3 birthdays ago. So we can't do another football birthday just 3 years later. That's so non-creative. I love the 9s. We're going to think about that. If they win the Super Bowl, well, if they lose.
Roger Maris.
I don't know who that is.
He played for the Yankees.
No.
Number 9 is retired.
No.
Jordan Jefferson.
Is he the one that lost on our wedding year?
Yes.
Yeah, not good. Okay, I like Jania. I love that idea.
See, who that talking to could be like a Drew Brees number 9 theme party. But
No.
you want Burrow.
It's going to be a Burrow Breeze, a
Burrow
9.
and Breeze?
It would be
Just
like,
the 2 of them?
yes, those are the only 2. You say 9, everybody knows that. My favorite, there's a TikTok right now trending. It's so funny, guys. It's like my girlfriend, my wife knows nothing about football. She knows nothing. And then the guy walks up to her and he's like, who's the quarterback of the Bengals? And they're like, Joseph Edward Burrow, number 9. Like they know everything, and the guy's like, wait a minute, like it's just because all the girls are obsessed with Joe Burrow. It's cute.
Thomas Spencer asks E-Rock, did Drew get his cuteness from her or you?
Not me. I'm not cute. So Matt, for sure.
Michael Angeron. Good morning, Erica and Matt.
Hi, Michael. Only because of the golf cart. That's like our favorite thing ever. By the way, the best gift ever is that golf cart.
He didn't give you the golf cart. I gave you the golf cart.
I know
Okay. But he did bring it here from.
He did transport the golf cart.
He did from the previous owner, which
Yeah.
was a huge
help.
Yes, it was.
And it's the best thing ever. Like Drew
loves golf cart.
I mean, it's the
Great
best
gift.
ever.
Melanie Wilson Willis asks you, how did you and Matt meet?
Matt and I met on a blind date. He was blinded by my beauty. Joking. My sister was living in a neighborhood, and Matt's girl best friend was moving in.
Living in a neighborhood.
I just mean like the neighborhood my sister was in. Matt's girl best friend was moving in.
Why would you say Matt's girl best friend?
Because it's a GBF and a BB. That's what you do. A girl and a. You don't know about that? That's like you have a guy best friend, a girl best friend. Yeah. So his girl best friend was moving in, and he was helping her, and my sister somehow started talking to him and her, and then my sister would like fake go on runs just so she could go out there when he was there, and they started talking, and then we had a blind date, and the rest is just history.
Mm-hmm.
He could not keep his hands off.
I went on this blind date
Matt,
because what?
don't be mean.
I'm not being mean. I went on a blind date because so Eric and I were going to go, and then her sister and her husband were going to go. So then it was going to be a double date with 3 people I didn't know. And I was like, well, if her sister and brother-in-law are coming, then I wanted my friend Shauna and her boyfriend at the time to go. So it was me on a blind date with a divorced girl.
Not
A
everybody
married-
knows that. By the way.
A married, Eric was married before. Nobody cares. A younger married couple and an older dating couple who were both divorced as well. Because they were in their 40s at the time. We were in our 30s, and your sister, they were in their 20s. So I'm like, I'm only going because this is going to be a disaster. And I want the story to I want to have a story to tell.
And now the story is us.
And I told the story.
No, but the story is like your life now.
Barry Jocelyn, man, I love the show. E-Rock is hilarious.
Oh,
Lots
Barry.
of emotional security in that marriage. Love the banter. This would be a great reality show, but we'd have to put her first and call it E-Rock and Scone.
Okay, Barry's my new favorite. Trivia, Cliff, I'm sorry. Barry is number 1. And it's my dad's name. And today's my dad's birthday. 73.
By the way, so Roger Dodger, the mayonnaise kid, said, ask E-Rock, isn't too many LSU themed birthdays like complaining about too much communion in church?
Well, we haven't had an LSU themed birthday, by the way.
We
ever.
haven't?
No.
Well, then what are we doing?
It's just so like normal. I like to go outside of the norm.
Zachary Snyder, I'm a little behind the show walking through Target. It looks like I just got from 8 dolphins. That is hilarious.
How many dolphins do you think? Like, if I were to kill 8 dolphins to get $8 million, how many dolphins are in the world? Like, how many am I really killing?
Not many.
Okay, good. Not many dolphins, or I'm not killing many?
You're not killing me.
Okay, good. Let's go for 10. Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Oh, E-Rock, thoughts on Dak Prescott dating a current LSU swimmer?
I heard about that. And then people were like saying, oh, he'll never get married because he'd have to have a reception. Haha. You know.
I think he'd have to have a ring.
And they said something about a reception. Like, people can't, I guess people don't receive his balls well or something when he throws them. I don't know. It sounded bad.
Michelle Bertrand said Eric Joe Burr's middle name is Lee, not Edward.
Lee? Guess whose middle name is Lee? Mine.
You're Leigh.
So what?
And he's Lee, apparently.
I'm guessing. I just said Edward.
Joseph Lee Burr.
I couldn't think of it. But all the girls on TikTok know his middle name.
I think we're done.
No. Okay.
I think we're done. Anybody else? How many dolphins do you need to buy eggs now? Or what's up with eggs?
Eggs are expensive. We don't eat eggs, so I guess we don't. It hasn't hit our budget yet. But like, it hasn't hit us in the pocketbook or whatever they say.
Oh, it doesn't hit us in the pocketbook,
No.
Erica?
No.
Every
Syringes-
day when I get that shipped notification, I'm like,
Every day.
every week.
Okay, and let me tell you what goes on Shipped. It's all of your son's items. I didn't get. You know, what I got for me from Shipped Dr. Teal's bubble bath, which is $4.99. Okay. So, yeah, we don't eat eggs, but these syringes are about to hit you in the pocketbook because I need to order a lot of them.
Oh, God.
It's all right.
So I'll work till the day I
Matt, you love working.
die. I do.
I know.
I love what I do.
You can't not work.
You're right.
That's what you do. So that's why I don't feel bad about it. You can't not work.
Well, I could.
Nope.
I would always do something, but like if it ever came to it, like I wouldn't do like daily radio 3 hours a day. It's just such a massive, like it. I mean, there's a reason it's what it is, but it's like I don't think people understand. Like it's just a
No,
massive.
they think you just go talk on radio.
Yeah, it's-
But then try to get somebody to fill in for your show and see what happens.
right.
Oh, crickets.
That's true.
What you gonna do in Mardi Gras? You got somebody?
No, I'll figure it out.
Matt, it's coming up.
I had like 3 4 weeks, something like that.
No, it's less than. We leave the 21st. Today is the 29th. It's not 4 weeks.
That's it, 3 or 4 weeks. It's 3 weeks from Tuesday we leave. So more than 3 weeks.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Okay. Peter Fenrick asking, can we start a weekly show where Matt complains about Baton Rouge traffic and drivers and you correct him?
No, because that. Okay, pet peeve. Let me tell you my pet peeve. Whoever asked that. Matt has zero patience for other people. Okay, so again, I don't get worked up traffic. I don't like traffic.
I'm an 8. I'm an Enneagram 8.
That's not an excuse,
It
Matt.
is.
They say just because you like, there's a TikToker who says you can't use that as an excuse to be, you know what? Sometimes.
Yeah, you can.
No.
That's how I react to things.
No, but if
I react with anger. You
but
don't.
if I don't react with anger, you should tone it down for me because you're my husband.
Or maybe you should be a little more aggressive.
No, I do not like aggressive.
Well, I don't like people that are toned down.
Well, then why are we married?
Well, because the opposites attract, and they're
Thank
different.
God they do.
There are all different types of people in the world, and
Thank
you accept you for you, and me for
Thank
me.
God
And you
they
are what
do.
you are, and I am all with all my positives and all my flaws.
Aw, you love me with all your positives and your flaws.
Did you say thaws? You definitely said thaws. All of your positives and your thaws. Yes.
I said flaws.
Daniel Blunt. Yeah. Today, if you're betting, I like the under in the first game, and I like the Bengals in the second game. Man, that's what I played. Paul Nolan gave out the Bengals on the money line earlier this week. I played it, and then on Jimmy's show they gave out the under in game 1. So, in the NFC championship. Okay. Daniel Blunt said this has become a whole new show this morning. Dan, you should be here on weekends. I mean, when Erica is here for Ask E-Rock, it is a very, very different show.
Sorry.
No, it's good. I think he was laughing. He pushed like 4 times. Let's see. Michelle Bertrand said, fellow educator here, ask E-Rock how she would feel about a 4-day school week.
Love it.
It just got passed in our surrounding parishes.
What? Well, I think the only thing that makes it what I do feel for are the parents. Like parents have 5-day jobs though,
Yeah.
so it's a huge inconvenience for parents.
I'm looking at her profile. She is a teacher at Eunice Junior High. I hope you don't mind me saying that, Michelle. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
So-
I was just saying further because she
Yeah.
said surrounding parishes, so that's
Yeah, I guess-
okay, yeah.
Again,
Didn't mean to
I'm in a
put that
private
out there.
school, but I would say we have like 90%, 95% working families.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
Anytime we have a day off of school, it is an inconvenience, and because I feel like we have to stick to what the world does as far as work, and so yeah, 5-day a week. Really, there's families that would really be in a bind. It's just, such as us. If Drew went down to 4 days a week, I mean, I'd have my mom all day, but
You totally
I would
need
feel
more
that.
time off from work.
I leave this house at 6:40 every morning.
Uh,
And I bust my butt from 6:50 till when I get to school
Mhm.
until I leave.
Mhm.
So don't start.
and you get 2 months off in the summer.
God, you always
and you
bring it
get
up
2
though and
weeks of
throw it at
Christmas.
me. I've
I'm
never
not throwing
said
it at
you always bring
I'm
it
not
up.
throwing it. I'm just bringing up that you get a lot, like
I didn't
in
say I did,
education,
I
you get a lot of
didn't.
time off. That's all.
And you get a lot of down. You don't get a lot of time off too. Whenever it's like a constant. Yeah, don't start. Don't start. You're gonna make a lot of people mad right now.
I don't care.
Sorry, Michelle. This is what he does.
Michelle,
I'm sorry, Michelle. That's what he does.
This is what I do. Murder Giraffe, ask Rock. How about this weather, eh? I think that only works for Terrier.
I don't like this weather. Wow.
But it's, well, when we do Ask Ryan, there's always a guy who makes like very obvious statements in the form of a question, like,
Oh.
how about this
okay.
weather, eh?
Oh, okay.
Like,
it just says
Ask Ryan. Boy, it's really coming down out there, huh? Like that. It's pretty fun. Ask Rock, need advice? Oh, you'll like this one. You'll like this one.
Okay.
Dane Bergeron, Ask Rock, need advice for Valentine's gift for girlfriend.
Okay, how long, Dane, I need some more information. How long y'all been dating? First of all, sentimental things are great. So if there's anything that's special to her and to you, like, oh, you know what, Dane? Okay, I've seen this on TikTok. I've heard about it actually. Shout out to Kelly Jansek because she has it on her neck. So there's this thing you can do. You can order like the location y'all met. So say like there's all these degrees, compasses, or something like that in the world, like plots of where you meet people. What are they called?
Say there are.
What?
Let's just say there's all these compasses.
No, there are. But so you get the exact coordinates. That's what I was looking for. Coordinates of where y'all met. And I don't understand how it works, but if you Google it, go to Etsy, go anywhere, just Google like custom where you met stuff. And you could just Google that and it'll show you. And so like they have like these pendants or this necklace that's like this bar necklace, and it's the coordinates of where you and her met. So you and I would have done the girl room. And so you could do it as like a print. If she likes art, you could do it as a print or a canvas or something, but I would rather do it as a piece of jewelry. So look for a bar necklace, do gold, not silver, bar necklace of your, where you met, coordinates. Super awesome gift, especially if y'all are kind of serious. If y'all just start dating, don't do that because that would kind of freak her out. You look like a stalker. But I think if you've been dating over 6-ish to 8-ish months as an adult, that's a pretty long time. So I think that's a phenomenal gift. I love it. Sold, Matt, hint, hint. Or some dunks or some shoes because you could get her some Nikes that are Valentine Nikes.
You ain't got no reason to complain about it. I do good on gifts.
You do. I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, I like the coordinates. You could also, if she likes tennis shoes, you go to the Nike app and you can design tennis shoes. Cliff Nelson did Team Drew shoes. I've done Team Drew shoes in the past, not for dunks or not for Jordans or whatever. But you could also go and do personalized. You could do the coordinates. Are you mad at her shoes? You could do that on the tongue. Might be a little creepy. No, that's not creepy. You could do personalized shoes on the Nike app. They're only about $120. And do her favorite colors, do her favorite prints. Nike app, and then just do custom, personalized. Anything for Valentine's Day needs to be personalized or personable. Got it. I love picking out gifts for people. It's my favorite thing to do is shop. Okay, next.
Michelle said their school days are now Tuesday to Friday, 7:30 to 4.
No, that's hard on parents.
Okay.
I think that's tough. I like 5 days. I'm good. I like the occasional holiday.
Peter Fennick, for what it's worth, I'm Team Matt when it comes to drivers.
Ugh.
Trivia Carter, so I get replaced by some random person I miss being second to than just Lenny Moss.
Where Lenny don't exist. Where is Lenny? No.
I don't know where Lenny is, yeah.
Well, trivia, because he was really sweet and so it should be called E-Rock and Matt. So, you know, I like being special. What?
What if y'all met in a prison yard after being released? The coordinates were like a prison.
Well, I'm sure that did not happen. But you know what? Good for you. If that's where you met the love of your life, I don't judge. I don't judge.
Dane said E-Rock is the bomb, all caps.
Dane, I want a photo of your gift idea.
Murder Giraffe, getting gold for a girlfriend. How expensive is this chick?
No, Murder Giraffe. Like, I've got this gold necklace on right now. It ain't real gold. It's just goldish.
She's saying gold, like
Gold-plated.
yellow gold instead of silver.
Yeah, no, I don't mean real gold. I just mean like I have this probably yellow plated goldish necklace on my neck that has a D on it for Drew, and I think it was $14.99. And I've got it like during football season, and it hasn't turned me green, and I love it, and I wear it every day. So it doesn't have to be expensive.
Huh.
What?
So Stefan Fry said she's laughing at how y'all pronounce her name. So it's Michaela. Michaela.
Yeah, Michaela. Who's laughing at what? I didn't laugh at that.
Well, I was saying Michella.
Oh.
Mich would be Mish, not Mick.
No, that's how you spell Michaela, Matt. She probably follows Michaela on TikTok. The baby girl.
How about Michaela Schifrin? Is
There's many ways to spell it.
MIKAYLA? I've never seen MIKAYLA. I have never seen Michaela spell the
I'm
CH.
telling you.
That's fine. I've just never seen Michaela spell the CH. But I would always rather be corrected than say something wrong. That's what people always like. You always correct people. I'd rather people correct me than keep saying something wrong. When I do radio interviews and people like, great friend of the show, we appreciate Matt Moscona for coming on. Longtime friend of the show, Matt Moscona. I'm like, yeah, we're super tight. One of the best sports talkers in the world, Matt Moscona's our guest. Can't miss his show 5 days a week. On ESPN 104.5, it's Matt Moscona.
Well, how come your voice guy says Moscona? It's very aggravating, by the way.
Matt Moscona. Triple B moved up to KC for work after graduating from LSU in May. Was hoping to grab a ticket without taking out a loan. Go Bengals. Well, my sister lives in Kansas City too.
How much are the tickets?
Oh, I'm sure expensive.
For today?
For the NFC or AFC Championship game? Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about that snow last week. I feel like the game should be put on pause. There's no reason to play a game in weather like that.
Barry Jocelyn said this totally needs to be a regular thing. The back and forth is hilarious. Make it a reality show. Barry, we do this often. Like
We haven't done it since New Year's.
It's but we Ask E-Rock is like a usual like regular thing on the weekends, right? I mean,
if I'm
is your water still running?
No, Matt. That was
Okay.
like an hour ago. But I did stop and think.
Trivia Carter, when can I expect my Drew chocolate
this
before
week.
Matt eats it? Oh,
This
right.
week.
All right. Yeah.
100% this week.
Sorry.
I'm going to go take it out the pantry right now.
Let's see. Strong side, just like Michelob. Michelob, Michelob, Michelob. Are there any other words that are MICH that make the "k" sound instead of the "sh" sound? Like Michelle. What else would be a Mick? MICH. Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know.
Yep, Roger Dodger. E-Rock, my favorite thing Matt has ever done is lead the crusade against people not taking their buggies back. The night, Tuesday, when it was super windy, I took Drew to the store, and there was a shopping cart just beaming across the parking lot.
You know what happens to my car, don't you? Now you know.
Yeah, I know what happens to your car.
Now you know.
You hit the buggy return, and you don't realize you hit it.
Matt, I never hit the buggy return.
You've done it twice.
No.
Yes.
Those carts hit my car. See, I'm glad you see now. Come home and
Erica,
told me that.
on the front passenger panel,
I swear to you.
above the tire,
I swear to you.
comes home one day, and there's a dent the size of maybe a softball, maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a cabbage ball. I'm like, how happened to your car? Saying, oh my God, I don't know, somebody hit me. I don't know.
It's true.
Then about a week ago, I'm in the garage after she comes home, same spot, and it's this big now. And I'm like, what the hell happened to your car? She goes, somebody must have hit me. I can't believe it. Somebody hit me.
I swear.
Nobody's bumper is that high.
It's a cart, a grocery cart.
And no grocery cart could destroy a side panel. You were backing out. You hit the buggy return.
I swear.
You didn't feel it, and you went about your
I
day.
don't park next to the buggy return.
Then you hit somebody else's car.
No.
Yes, you did.
Matt, I'm telling you, on our love.
The same. Oh, Erica got hit and run twice in the same exact spot. Stunning coincidence that somehow only Erica gets hit and run twice on the same exact spot in her car. Crazy. I mean, we're going to buy lottery tickets, y'all. We're going to buy lottery tickets with how this works out in our family. Just our luck.
tell you, Matt. You know.
I'm telling you, I believe you don't know. You
Okay.
didn't feel
So
it.
you know I don't know. I'm not
But
hiding it
you
from
did it, is my point.
I don't think so.
you are careless, absent-minded, and you were going slowly, backing out, and you scraped the front of your car on the buggy return or someone else's bumper, but very likely on the corral where the carts are. It's metal. It didn't move because it is cemented into the ground, and it bent your front panel.
Matt.
And you were not moving fast enough to feel a jolt. You just scraped it along the side.
I did not. I'm telling you.
Yes.
Someone hit me.
Twice! Crazy! The hit and run lunatics only find Erica in the exact same spot. It's the same exact spot.
Matt, you remember the time I hit that thing at that big thing that holds the light poles in the parking lot? I called you crying because I knew you'd be so mad at me. But really, I've not gotten into
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it wasn't the buggy car. Maybe it was the big cylindrical thing where the light is in the parking lot. That's probably what it was.
I felt that first.
That's probably what it was then.
No, I did that one time and I called you crying.
And you did it two more times.
I didn't.
That's my point. You did it 2 more times.
No, I would've
Yes,
called
you
I
did.
would've called you crying.
And you didn't, this is my point, you didn't feel it.
No.
Just like whenever you backed into somebody.
They backed into somebody. They backed into me.
Oh, they backed into me. Oh, they backed into me.
But I've not been in a real wreck. Like where you have to call the police and stuff. Since high school. I did that in high school. Anyway,
Trivia Carter, last one, E-Rock. Any battles lately?
I have a big gash on my shin. Don't know how that happened. Oh, I fell in the parking lot at school. My niece was horrified. I bring a bunch of bags with me, and so when I try to get in between 2 cars with bags, my bag got stuck in between the 2 cars, and I kept going and busted. It was hilarious. Sophia was like, "Nanny, oh my god!" See, but if you fall, you just gotta laugh at yourself. It's bad if you fall and act like it's like, "Oh my god, such a big deal." It's worse. Just laugh because there was a whole lot of carpool waiting. All the people were there waiting.
You mean you're kind of clumsy and careless sometimes?
Oh yeah, with my body.
It doesn't extend to
Stop.
outside to the things that the machinery you operate?
No, it doesn't, because I'm careful.
Barry Jocelyn, bro, I'm an Enneagram 8-2. I can't hold back in traffic. Live in Fort Myers. It's insane with all the slow birds. Thing. Cold case, Matt. My wife goes crazy when I bring up Christmas and summers too. She's a teacher in Dallas. LOL.
I don't go crazy. I just
I
think
don't
it's
like,
silly.
I don't mind that teachers get that time off at all. Like that's the school.
You should bring it up. I didn't bring it up.
It's only when we talk about things like when people talk about like teacher pay or something like that. Like the reality is when you get off, how so cumulatively.
Teacher, hold on. Let's go over this. Teacher pay is not equitable. So teacher pay in the public school is double what we make in the private school.
Okay, well, it's your choice to work in the private school,
Right,
which is
that's what I'm
fine.
saying. So
Anyway,
it's not teacher pay
either way,
in
but it
general.
is because there's always the argument that teachers should be paid more.
Even like the
And-
public school teachers?
yes,
Oh, wow. They don't realize how good they have it. With
So-
income.
So, but the point that I would make is, so if you get 2 months in the summer, right? What 8 weeks in the summer?
Matt,
I just answer. Help me do the math here. So
the
8 weeks in the summer.
Teachers get all of June,
June,
July.
July.
All July.
So
8
2
weeks.
months in the summer, you're going to get 2 weeks at Christmas, 2
Ish.
weeks for a spring break. That's another month.
1 week for spring break.
A week for Mardi Gras, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Halloween, holidays. So you end up getting like 3 months off during the year. So if you're working for 9 months out of the year, do a.
But you get 0 vacation time. How many weeks do people
You-
get a paid vacation?
You get
2?
3 months of.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, but other like, so.
But that's the point, though. Like, I don't get 3 months worth of vacation.
No, I know. That's what I'm asking. What do you get? 3 weeks?
I think I get
Okay. Then,
paid vacation. I
I
didn't
don't
look.
care,
I never
man.
used my
I'm not
vacation.
complaining. Like, I'm not complaining at all.
I know you're not complaining. I'm just saying that's my argument. But if you were to prorate a salary over 9 months instead of 12 months, it would look a lot different. Anyway, it's a quarter of the year. So anyway, Devin Kelly, the not putting the cart back in the cart return is my biggest pet peeve. I freaking hate lazy pieces of expletive who won't walk 10 feet to put their cart up. Pisses me off so bad. Same, like I don't get it. Like why? And when people just like lift it up on the curb, like 2 wheels, like what?
I can't even do that. It's hard.
Roger Dodge, I park next to the buggy, return every time. Takes 2 steps, return. That's
He
just
probably has dents in his car. Roger Dodger. Is that really his name? I like that.
Roger Dodger, the mayonnaise kid. Trivia, it has to be delightful to watch E-Rock go through a regular day. Be happy you're not an educator in Japan. Summer's only 2 weeks.
I am not complaining, anyone. I love my job. I've been there for 19 years, and I love it. It is amazing. I wake up every morning happy to go to work. I'm tired, but I love my job. I love my administrator. I love my principal, my assistant principal. I love my role. I love my kiddos. I love the families. I love the dogs. Guess what we're serving at St. Jude School on Wednesday? It is Catholic Schools Week this week, everyone. We started a new thing at St. Jude Carpool where I hand out dog treats to all the dogs. Soft dog treats. We've realized they don't like the hard milk bones. Our dogs prefer the soft ones in Carpool. Wednesday for Catholic Schools Week, we're celebrating the whole family. No homework Wednesday night. No test on Thursday. Puppuccinos for the pups or cats or any animal that comes through Carpool on Wednesday. So our St. Jude families... St. Jude families are bringing their dogs and pups all through Carpool to get puppuccinos because we're celebrating the whole Cougar family
I
on
would
Wednesday.
like to point out that you will probably need, or someone will probably need to call Hutco because this rain is like torrential right
I
now.
hope it stops because somebody thinks he's going to the mall. So
Okay, hour and a half. Y'all enjoy the football today? Thanks for all the questions. Great day. Appreciate everybody for being here. As always, shout out to Brock, the Baton Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. All right, have an awesome Sunday. We'll see ya. Smash the like button on the way out. Peace.